Lately, I've been driving on the weekends, just on the weekends, part-time in Sacramento. Prior to that, I drove for 4 years full-time in San Francisco. And during that time, I drove primarily for Lyft. Lyft had the same kind of demand as Uber, and I kind of liked the passengers and the app better. But here in Sacramento, I've been driving primarily for Uber. And honestly, I feel a little bit like a traitor. But there's a lot of reasons why, which I'll break out in this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some things that Lyft could do here in Sacramento that could sway me back so that I would start driving for them more on the weekends here in Sacramento. And stick around at the end of the video because I'll share with you the single most important thing that Lyft could do that would sway me, that would pull me back in so I could start driving for them again. So all that and a lot more coming up. Hey everybody, it's Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy, about to drink my extra hot coffee. That's good. So I'm coming to you today. It's 6 in the morning, and I got some videos to make this morning. And the first video is going to be about Lyft. And I'm going to break down some areas where I think Lyft is falling short here in Sacramento and suggest some improvements, okay? So let's get right into it. Number one is demand. So why do we drive? Well, we drive because we want to make some money. That's one of the reasons we drive, right? And you're not going to drive for a company that doesn't allow you to make the kind of money that you want to make. So when I've been driving around with both Uber and Lyft app open, I tend to get more pings from Uber. So that tells me that Uber has more demand. And that's super important because I don't want to be sitting around waiting for the next ride. So there's a couple things that impact the demand. First is the number of pings that are coming in. And the second is the number of drivers that are around to absorb those pings. And it just feels like here in Sacramento, Uber is king. And that's a big reason that I drive right now for Uber up here in Sacramento, demand. Number two is bonuses. So here again, this has to go directly to money. Uber offers me significantly better bonuses. So what I'm showing you right now is just last week, a comparison of the two, what they call the Quest bonus for Uber and the Ride Challenge for Lyft. And as you can see, the Quest bonus is offering me $180 for completing 50 trips. So that comes out to $3.60 extra per ride. And then Lyft offers me a measly, let's see, $25, $35, $70 for 40 rides. That comes out to $1.75 per ride. So as you can see, Uber is offering me nearly twice as much in bonus money than Lyft. So that's a significant amount, and that really determines who I'm going to drive for. Number three, here's something Lyft can do which would make their app experience far superior, and that is remove the gosh dang arrive button. So when I arrive at an Uber pickup, the app can tell where I am, and it will notify the passenger that I'm here. And of course, I always send a text message that says I've arrived, I'm outside in my black Honda Accord, things like that. With Lyft, you have to go with this button, as you can see right here, and you got to click on Arrive, right? And if you happen to hit the Arrive button a few yards away from the exact spot, then you got to answer a bunch of questions just to say that you've arrived and to let the passenger know. So I don't see that there's any purpose in the Arrive button. Uber doesn't have it, and Uber seems to be, doing quite well with their business. So it seems like it's an additional step that Lyft is offering us that we have to do, which doesn't serve much of a purpose. So next, no Lyft button, no Arrive button from Lyft. Number four. So this is just a pet peeve of mine. Stop criticizing me for my lack of passenger feedback. Okay. So every week I get an email from Lyft, and it says something like, great, you got a 5.0 rating. And as you can see right here, as you scroll down, it says your ratings were good this week, but you didn't receive compliments, right? I don't care if I get compliments. I don't really want my passengers to, have to type in, oh, great ride and all of that. I think they know that if they give you a 5, that's a good rating. And I just don't appreciate being criticized because I'm not soliciting feedback from my passengers. So I would just take that part out of your weekly email to me and just say, woohoo, you got a 5.0 rating. Good job, Jay. Number 5, this one really bothers me. So there's a bonus that Lyft offers, where if you do 3 rides in a row, they'll pay you up anywhere as low as $6, $9, $12, $18. I've seen it as high as $21. So if you go out and you do 3 rides in a row, you have to accept all 3 rides in a row, you get this extra bonus. And sometimes if I have the time, I will go out and just knock out 3 rides to get the bonus. But what I've noticed is that the quality of the rides, and when I say quality, I mean the dollar per hour that I can earn on those rides, seems to deteriorate through the series. And it's not a scientific study that I've done, but here's one example. As you can see, this was the 3rd ride, and it's $3.60 for 11 minutes of travel. And that calculates to only $20 per hour. Most of the rides I accept are in the $30 range, right? So it feels like, and I'm just saying this as a driver, that even though I'm going to get some bonus money, it feels like that the quality of the rides are come down so that the bonus money just makes it like a normal ride. So it makes me far less excited about these bonuses. I'm thinking paranoid maybe, but there's an algorithm that adjusts which rides you get because they know that you're going to accept that 3rd ride. So they're going to give you the crappiest ride that's available because you're going to take it. And I don't like that. That's just a feeling of manipulation, which I don't appreciate. So what Lyft does right is they auto accept the next ride. So this is something Uber doesn't do, and this is something that Lyft does, which makes my driving experience far superior. Because when I have a passenger in my car, I don't have to worry about accepting the next ride, right? The next ride has been added to your queue. And then I'm driving, I'm thinking, that's awesome. My ride is all set up. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm going to drop off this passenger. I can check and see what ride it is and go pick up the passenger. If I don't like it, I can certainly cancel it. I can even check the ride as got the passenger in my car. So this is beautiful. I wish Uber did it. And this is something that I'm very grateful that Lyft does because it really makes my experience better. I can communicate with the passenger without having to focus on too many things. And all in all, that's a really great thing that Lyft does. So what are the key takeaways here? Yeah, so in San Francisco, Lyft was my workhorse. So it's kind of odd that I'm, pro Uber up here in Sacramento. So what's the main thing? Lyft? The main thing is give me better bonuses. Give me an incentive to go out on the weekend and really crush it for you. If you could compete with Uber on the bonuses, you would get me back. I would go for it. The demand is close, and I can live with a little less demand based on the times I drive. But if the bonuses aren't there, I'm just not going to go there because I can make significantly more money for the short time that I drive with Uber. So here's my plea, Lyft. Beef up your bonuses, baby. Beef them up and you'll get me back. Pull me back in, okay? There you go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have some other suggestions of things that Lyft could improve, go ahead and put them down in the comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Okay, that helps the algorithm. If you haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, subscribe. We'd love to have you with us. We try and teach you how to make more money in less time. You'll go ahead and have a great day. This is Jay Crater. Be safe out there. Go tell somebody you love them. It'll make their day. Take care. Bye-bye.